Now, those on a low Fodmap diet may approach celebrations like Christmas with trepidation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to relax and enjoy this holiday period with everybody else. My name is Suzanne and I'm the author of 2 low Fodmap cookbooks and the creator of 2 low Fodmap coaching programs. The Christmas period is full of pitfalls, if you let it be. Prior to Christmas, there'll be parties at your office, among friends, and maybe even pre-Christmas family get-togethers. And so have a look at my video that I did on cocktail parties. That'll help you navigate these sort of difficult events. I've got the link on the screen, so if you click on that, you'll be able to see that video. But first, let's look at Christmas Day specifically. Now, if everybody who's getting together is contributing food, you can make sure that your food that you contribute suits the low Fodmap diet and that it constitutes a well-rounded meal in itself. But, I mean, there's sure to be some other family members or friends who are on board with you, understand the diet, and maybe you can coordinate with them to ensure that there's more than one dish that you can eat on the day. But let's look more closely at the meal and what you can take or what you can eat that may have been contributed by somebody else. The 2 classics for the main course, of course, are ham and turkey, and they'll be absolutely fine unless the provider of the turkey has stuffed whole cloves of garlic into the flesh, which is probably unlikely. Now, do avoid the stuffing because it traditionally has onion in it and may even have some garlic in it. Now, of course, you could supply the stuffing yourself and you could use a gluten-free bread or even substitute the bread for a grain like quinoa or rice, and that makes just as delicious a stuffing. Now, so chop up, instead of the onion, chop up the green part of either a leek or spring onions, and that will give that onion flavour. If you wanted the garlic flavour, you could put a little bit of garlic infused oil. The rest of the traditional ingredients of a stuffing should be absolutely fine on a low Fodmap diet. Now, there are usually roast vegetables with the turkey, so pick out the low Fodmap ones. And most of the root vegetables will be absolutely fine. So eat those. Now, desserts, that's quite a different story. And you may have to avoid those completely. The classic plum pudding would be a real lethal dose of high Fodmaps with all that dried fruit, so do stay away from that, and that means staying away from the traditional Christmas cake as well, which is full of fruit. Most other creamy dairy laden desserts or fruit salads should be avoided as well, obviously, for the lactose and the fructose and all of that. Again, you could take your own low Fodmap dessert so that you can make sure you can have something a little bit sweet at the end if you feel that you need it. I mean, obviously not everybody needs something sweet at the end of a meal, but that could be important for you. Now, I have a link on the screen to a lemon tart, which would be an appropriate one to take. That'd be low Fodmap and everybody would enjoy that and would complement the richer dishes as well. Now let's look at a main dish that you could take with you. So make sure it has all the food groups in it, in case you decide that there's nothing else on the table that you can eat. That way you're getting a complete meal in one. All right, now make sure it has, first of all, a grain and a protein, of course, and then several vegetables. That's kind of how you build the dish. Here's an example. I've put the link up on the screen. It's a brown rice salad that really is quite delicious. It contains 2 cups of uncooked brown rice, which you will of course cook. And this brown rice, I mean, it could be white rice, it could be a gluten-free pasta, or it could be quinoa. So you just choose your favorite among those as the base grain. And then get some low FODMAP vegetables. For example, a tomato chopped up, a zucchini diced, a red or yellow bell pepper diced. That could be green, but it's just nice to have a lot of different colours in there. Some feta cut up into squares, which gives you a bit more protein, but also like a cup of shredded cooked chicken, but you could vary that protein. Now add maybe a cup of chopped green beans. You can have 10 beans on the low FODMAP diet, and you'll get much less than that just in a serving. Now for the onion flavour, 2 spring onions, just the green part, chop that up, and a tablespoon of chopped parsley or any herbs that you like. For the dressing, keep it simple: olive oil and vinegar or lemon, salt, pepper, and perhaps a little bit of Tabasco sauce just to give it a little bit of spice. Now you can of course vary those low FODMAP vegetables, and as long as you take a small to medium serving of this, it's all that you'll need, and you'll not have too much of anything that could add up to a high FODMAP cocktail. Now, speaking of cocktails, don't have any. They're pretty lethal like the desserts. But you can have a glass of dry wine and then switch to water, no juice by the way. Now to make your wine last longer, fill your glass with ice cubes first, and then you can have 2 glasses of wine so it'll last a bit longer. Stand strong for your health and don't let anyone derail you. But mostly no one will notice what you're eating or drinking, or not eating or drinking. They'll be getting on with their own business. So relax and enjoy the day. I hope that has given you a few guidelines to work with for the Christmas period. Now, if you'd like to receive a 4-part video, it's completely free, a 4-part video series on the low FODMAP diet and how to integrate it into your life, as well as an accurate, up-to-date food chart, then go to the link on the screen to receive those. If you haven't already, you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. You could give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, or even leave a comment. Thank you for watching this video. Merry Christmas and goodbye.